Um, Hi guys, I am outside right now and there's cars driving by and stuff, so it might get a little bit noisy, but I kind of didn't want to do this in front of the family. So, yeah, this is basically going to be my story of how I got through depression and what I did to get through it. Yeah, so I'm awkward. But, I'm not going to give personal details because this is the interwebs and some stuff I don't want known, but here we go. Okay, so back in 2006, by the way, I'm 14 right now. I was about, I don't know what year it was, but I was 7 years old. And what had happened was my mom had my little sister. And this is basically the root of it. I'm not going to blame her because I'm the one who controls my own actions. But she got to a point where she wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't get up and do anything. I would have to cook for her, clean, take care of my little sister, and a whole bunch of other things. And I was a kid. I wanted to go out and play with my friends in the neighborhood, you know? And I didn't get to do that. I would have to bring her everywhere I went. And my favorite thing to do was fishing. And of course I couldn't do that because I had a 2-year-old with me at all times. And Dad didn't want her near the water. So I unfortunately never really got to hang out with my friends playing. But I never really got to hang out with my friends. That's when I started to get upset. Mom got worse off on drugs and pills and the spice stuff. And then when I was 10, she would let me drink, which I'm not saying it's her fault. I mean, I'm the one who said okay to it. And then when I was 12, I got on that spice stuff, figuring, oh, my mom's doing it, so it must be okay. And then I started to fall into deeper depression. It's just like my mom wasn't around. My dad was always at work. It seemed whatever I did wasn't good enough. No matter how hard I tried, it was never good enough for anyone. So eventually I was just like, screw it. I get B's and C's and you yell at me for it. You're just going to punish me just as much as you do if I get F's. So what's the point? So I gave up in school, and then I gave up trying to look good. I was just like, my hair was like that all the time, which it pretty much is like that now, but I didn't care about anyone but myself. I didn't care what kind of influence I was putting on my little sister. I didn't care about anyone except for me. Gotta be so damn loud. But, so, back in 2011, I didn't want to live anymore, and I was, I think, why did I say 13? I was like 11 or 12, and depression can happen at any age. But I was like 11 or 12, and then when I know for sure when I was 12, I started to self-harm. And then I quit for about a year. And then when I was 13, it got really bad, like hundreds of cuts on me at one time. I mean, all over my arms, on my waist, and everything. And then my dad found out, and of course he punished me for it, because he didn't want to see me doing that. So then I started to do it on my hips, so he couldn't see it. And then I started burning myself because I could play it off like, oh, I accidentally hit the stove, or I went to get something out of the oven and it burnt me. I've overdosed 3 times. I mean, each of those were low points for me. But I was just kind of stuck in a rut. And then the last time I got brought to this Shands Vista, I absolutely hated it. The doctor told me, you hate your family, you hate your sister, you're a bully, you don't care about anyone but yourself. And at the time, I was like, oh, he's just trying to say that to hurt my feelings. But then I thought about it. No, actually, he's trying to make me realize what I am doing is hurting my feelings. Well, my family's feelings. But the thing is, I wouldn't try to put any of my anger or depression to anything else. I just hold it all inside. But I've learned to put it out through my music that I make, music that other people make, like Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil, Asking Alexandria, Bring Me the Horizon, Of Mice and Men, A Day to Remember, Miss May I, You Me at 6, I mean, All Time Low, everything. And they mean the world to me. And then I do it in art and stuff. And then like people make fun of my music and what I like. But what they don't understand is just the little things those bands do, or that music says, gets me through the day. It means the world to me. I mean, when I lost my mom, she's gone. Music got me through it. When I've lost my animals, music got me through it. When I fell into depression, music got me through it. When I got bullied, guess what? Music got me through it. And hopefully you can find a better way to channel your emotions and how you feel, instead of inflicting yourself with cuts and burns. You can get through it, I promise you. I mean, if you look, Olivia Penn-Pratt, she was beautiful. I mean, she was absolutely an amazing person. And her life ended. One of my ex-boyfriends, he ended up committing suicide. And I had no clue why. I didn't even know, and at the time we were dating, I didn't even know that he was depressed. I mean, you can see people and you'll be like, they're the happiest people in the world. They have nothing going on wrong. But you don't know how emotionally or mentally unstable those people are. Unless you're them, you'll never know. So before you judge or let other people judge you, just think. Before you self-harm, just think, is this going to affect me and only me? Or is this going to affect my family, my friends? Is this going to affect my parents who love me to death? And they think to themselves, what have I done to make my baby feel this way? What have I not done to help them through this? Your friends, they'll feel like they did nothing to help you. They'll feel horrible for seeing what you've done. Just please don't make the same mistake I did. You can get through it. Well, I'm gonna start my phone. So, bye.